Well, hello. Happy day. Happy day. Hopefully your day is going epically. If you don't know me by now, my name is Valerie. That is a cow dressed up like a chicken. Makes perfect sense. It's perfect decor. It's my theme. It's chicken everything. Um, I wanted to make a really fast video. I was really inspired to make this video. Yesterday I was talking to somebody that was considering trying out my program. She's a business owner. It reminded me of so much of myself in so many ways. So it was really cool. She's self-employed, freelance business owner, network marketer, just like has her hands in a lot of different things, busy mom, and just really knows that the most important thing in her business is her and her health. And she knew, and we were talking about this, that the biggest stumbling block she was coming across was her health. Like her own energy was getting in her way of, ultimate just getting where she wants to go financially wise in her life, having that financial security and income coming in for her family. And she was telling me that one of the biggest frustrations was trying so many different things, like so many different diets, so many different programs. She'd start them, hit the ground running, hit it really hard, and then all of a sudden, like, something would come up and she would just quit the program because she just felt like, she's just hit, just done. Like, I couldn't figure this out. So, give up, go back to old ways and fall back into, emotional eating, sugar addiction. And even though she wanted to overcome it, she just felt like basically just hopeless, that there's nothing left to do. And she was wondering what I could do that would possibly help her overcome so many unfinished projects, unfinished loops, unfinished diets, like just not actually seeking through to total completion. And I thought, that's such a good question. And for me, I know there's a few different things that came up that I thought. One is, if something doesn't work, commit to trying something else. I know I've tried so many different nutrition programs, and a lot of them didn't work for me. And it gave me valuable insight and just data, information that helped me understand, like, okay, clearly, being vegan doesn't work for me long term. It was great for like 3 months, and then I couldn't do it sustainably. So, of course, I failed at it. Another thing that I didn't do very well at was keto. I tried doing the keto diet, and I lost a bunch of weight on it. And then I also noticed, like, oh man, you have other issues, Valerie, that are holding you back, such as, just mindset stuff. Like, my identity to a person with a fit body had issues, and I had to heal some of those issues. So, like, literally just trying something else, and I kept trying until I found something that I knew was sustainable. Like, anytime I start something, I'm like, can I sustain this over a long period of time? Like, it's just having that mindset of commitment. Like, I'm committing to this, and it might not look like everybody else's, Facebook profile, or maybe from the outside looking in, maybe I don't look like all these other people doing this diet, but it works for me. Like, I have to make it work for me in the long term. Like, yeah, it's great and all if I can make it work for a day, but that's not life. Life is like a long game. So everything, especially nutrition wise for me, because that's like a huge part of my energy and was a huge area of development for me, was having good nutrition consistently, especially as a person that is recovering emotional eater, sugar addict. Like, I had my relationship with food was never good. Like, Never. It's just, as far back as I can recall, like, I always felt negative emotions around food, or just thought, like, I just had bad mindset with food. That's a long ramble. Moving on is also with her issue where she's starting projects and not completing them and just feels like a failure for not completing them. Something that helped for me was giving myself way more grace than I ever thought I could get or deserve to get. So like asking for forgiveness when I messed up, like, and looking at it from a perspective of, like, look at you, you're a failure. No, it was like, I had to look at it honestly and from a place of love. Like, I heard people say this on YouTube videos and books and podcasts. Coaches would say this. Like, spiritual gurus would talk about this. And I literally just never put it into action. In AA, they have a saying that, like, self-knowledge will not help us to recover. That is so true. Like, knowing that self-love is going to help me didn't help me. It was actually like applying self-love to myself, giving myself grace, finding forgiveness, seeing it as it is with honest eyes to be able to continue to move forward. It was like a whole nother just shift in mindset for me. Like, I didn't have the mindset or the identity to be that person that achieved their goals. So I had to commit to re-identifying who I was, because I too have been a person that started and finished so many projects. And then another piece of the puzzle too, for me anyway, at least in my experience, I don't give advice because everybody's life is so different. Like, I only know my life. I'm only living my own life. And I just hope that maybe me sharing what I do can help somebody else. But I had to let go of different things in order to achieve my goals. So not only things, but places. I had to make sure I created spaces that were cultivating for my achievement of a goal. So, like, for example, in my food, I needed to create space in my schedule to going back even further, I had to let go of the disorganization in my schedule, for one, because every day it was just like chaos. It was like I just kind of went about life, and any way the wind blow, that's the way Valerie went. And I had to create space for a schedule. And then from that schedule, I had to create some more space and let go of the craziness that was going on in my refrigerator, and just like let go of like all this extra stuff. Like, this sounds really simple and like weird maybe, and just kind of whatever. Maybe you might hear this and think like, that's not going to help me. And maybe it won't. But for me, this is what I had to do. I had to clean my cupboards, like get rid of any extra food that I had. Just donate it, throw it away, compost it, whatever, and just literally let go of it and start over fresh. So if you look at my fridge right now, there's only enough food for a week's worth of eating. Like, I don't keep extra food. Like, we live in an abundant world. I mean, I don't worry about things like running out of food, because if I have extra food in my cupboards, I will find it and I will eat it. It's like an alcoholic. Like, don't leave alcohol just sitting out on the counter for somebody that's addicted to alcohol. Like, same thing for a food addict like me. I can't just have cupboards full of food. Like, that's just hoarding. So I had to let go of extra stuff so that I had room for what I actually did need, so that I could meet my needs. I also had to let go of perfection, because I realized, like, I'm in this for the long game. The long game takes time, and there's going to be ebbing and flowing, and there's going to be, family gatherings, and there's going to be parties and different things where there's like things, hurdles and different stuff. Like, I still want to live my life, but at least for the most part, 80% of the time I'm set up for success. And that's what helps me keep going. Also, having commitment is sometimes a struggle for me, and probably everybody. I don't know, especially newly younger people, my generation, new business owners. Commitment is hard because it's scary, right? Even relationships, it's hard to commit sometimes because it's what if this is the wrong person? Whatever, your mind starts to run into fear things. Having somebody else to hold me accountable and stay committed helps me a lot. If there's ever an area in my life that I'm really knowing is getting in my way, and it's just one of the top 3 areas that if I could figure it out, if I could overcome it, or at least gain some balance in that area, many of my problems would be resolved, and I would be able to sleep at night. I'd have way less stress and feel so much better about my life. Anytime I have that issue, I find somebody that's a coach, I get me a coach. That's why I'm super passionate about coaching and helping other people, is because I require coaching. And if my coach, I have a coach right now that is training me how to commit. So it's very interesting that I get that question from this girl, that she just doesn't know how to commit, because I myself have a commitment success coach. So yeah, commitment is a scary thing, but it's done by very few people, and the people that do it do find, some success with it. I don't know if I'm actually going to post this video. I might delete it because I feel like I rambled a lot. So if you're watching this video all the way to the end, congratulations. You just made it to the end, and I hope you gained something from this. And if you have, any other area that's getting in the way of your business performance, your revenue generation, and it has everything to do with you, share this video, or also ask me a question. Maybe I can answer it here right on the social medias for you. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.